Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome so much to this beautiful space here with me. I am Cecilia.eyvaa, and for those of you who are returning, thank you for showing up and thank you for being here. For those of you that are new here, I'm so happy to have you here, so happy to have you receive these gifts. And today we're going to do your reading for the total solar eclipse that is happening this week on the 20th in 29 degrees Aries. And we're also going to do the reading for the eclipse season, so to say, because it ends this time around, this spring, because there's going to be eclipse in the later this year too. But it ends in mid-May with a penumbral lunar eclipse in Scorpio. So for you, Virgo, let's see, I have some sticky notes here. I'm going to just call out a little bit about what's happening for you in the astrologically astral map, and this is specifically for Virgo rising. If you have another rising sign, please watch your rising sign, and I'm going to give you some updates there. Of course, you can always watch your moon sign, your sun sign, and your Venus sign, and however it applies. And then we're going to go ahead and jump into the tarot. And the tarot, we're going to see what will eclipse out of your life and what will come into your life. Because eclipses not only brings things out of your life, but they also bring things into your life. What is interesting about this total solar eclipse that's happening this week is it actually conjuncts with Jupiter, which is our lucky planet. And it's a planet that is ruling Sagittarius, higher learning, spiritual awakening, or spiritual understanding and insights. When it is happening in Aries, it's two fire energies meeting with each other. But also we have the water energy of the moon. And so it's a very interesting alchemical thing that will come forth, I believe. But I also believe that since Jupiter is there conjunct, it's more likely that we're going to see something come into our life now during this total solar eclipse. And that whatever needs to leave us is going to leave us during the lunar eclipse. Because Scorpio is about shedding layers. And Scorpio is about transformation. And Scorpio is about death and rebirth. But, we'll see how it applies. Let's see, Virgo. So for you, the solar eclipse is going to happen in your 8th house, which literally means that is your house of Scorpio. So deep transformations and also like sexuality, as well as other people's resources. And when I speak about sexuality, I don't mean only like your sexuality, but the way that you are interconnecting with whomever you are intimate with. But also as well as, there's a saying, my beautiful Virgos, there's a saying that everything in life is about sex, except for sex, which is about power. And I don't mean in a inverted kind of power struggle way where you're competing about power, but where power is empowerment, and sex can actually be a beautiful way to, assist each other to be empowered and to feel the energy of the power and the endlessness of the power that is within us and within a connection of two people. And number 8, which is 8th house, and Scorpio is about that energy of power. What is empowering us and what is depowering us, and what will depower us will actually have to go away. And so perhaps you'll get both. Perhaps you'll get both eclipsing in and out during both eclipses. We'll see. And your 3rd house is where the lunar eclipse will happen. So that governs your creativity, your expression, as well as intimacy and flirtation and children. So they are both, interconnected, which is actually very beautiful. You might see that the way that you relate to your own intimacy and your own connection to your power, and the way that you share your energy with others, and the way that you take in others' resources into yourself, might actually be benefited by the way that you express yourself creatively, your creative pursuits, but also how you communicate, right? It's about communication. And so, Virgo, it's time for you, I'm hearing, to open up and speak your truth about how you want to connect. What is your boundaries? And what is your needs? And what do you prefer in a close, intimate relationship? What empowers you? So, speaking your truth and being creative with how you express yourself can be vital for you during this time. You might also be receiving some kind of information about a deep, loving connection with other people, or about other people's resources. You might actually inherit something. You might get a message that you are inheriting something, or that you get a message that you are being gifted something from institutions or from, the world around you. Maybe you're getting the funds that you finally need. But I do want to say that Mercury is retrograde in between those two, more or less, those two eclipses. So the information that you get firsthand might not go into action until after the last eclipse, the lunar eclipse. So in the end of May, something like that. Also want to say before we go ahead and go into the cards that I have mentioned for all of the different signs that during the solar eclipse, both Mars and Venus is going to be in union, not fully, but they're going to be like almost parallel with each other in the sign of Cancer. And so for you, my beautiful Virgos, this is your 11th house, which speaks about the world around you, the people around you, the collective that you are interconnected with. 11th house is the house of Aquarius. So Aquarius is all about the collective and the global aspects and the interconnectedness of everybody around you, the community. And you'll find comfort in your community. If you want to be stabilized during these times of transformation, I would highly advise you, as an intuitive, not as an astrologist, but as an intuitive and as a psychic, to focus your attention on your 11th house, which is the world around you. Maybe you can contribute to your community. Maybe you can, assist people around you that has a larger effect on the greater whole. And I think this will actually also help you to understand how you can receive more from other people and how you can give to other people. It's about reciprocity, right? Right. So, my beautiful Virgos, let's get started and see what is eclipsing out and what is coming into your life. Starting here with a Tattoo Tarot card. So listen, this reading, it's not only for these 2 to 3 weeks, because an eclipse, the effect of eclipse, actually can go on for up to a year when it's a really strong eclipse. This is a total solar eclipse, conjuncting with Jupiter. So I would say it's a pretty strong one. You can count on that this will last, or at least have ripple effects. Oh, interesting. The cards doesn't want to mix. Okay, I'm getting some information here. You can count on that this will have an effect on the upcoming 6 to 9 months, at least 3 to 6 months. So go ahead and watch this video again if you need it. Cards not really mixing, feeling too like this has to do with your community around you. Perhaps you have a hard time accepting that certain people is a certain way or the way that they affect you. And maybe now it's a good time to stand up for what you accept and what you don't. And listen, it's a difference between accepting and tolerating. Because you can accept people as they are. You can accept things to be as they are. You can accept the world as you are. But it doesn't mean that you tolerate being treated a certain way or tolerate things to be at a lower standard than what you deserve. And I think having Scorpio in your 3rd house is really, really helpful. And having this happening in the lunar eclipse in the 3rd house is also really helpful for you, because it teaches you to actually just speak your truth. And the thing that Scorpio can do when they don't feel like they want to talk, they just shut down, which is not cool. Of course, we always need to communicate, because the 3rd house is also like Gemini's house, right? So it's like in between polarity. We do want to learn to communicate, and that's the gift there. But when Scorpio actually communicates, they can be very clear on what they tolerate and what they don't tolerate. And I think that's a lesson for you. Don't shut down, my lovelies, but try to be clear on what it is that you are tolerating and what you're not tolerating, which will make it easier. I'm hearing to what is it called? To govern out the weed, like to rinse out the weed from whatever it is that you're reaping, because you are that energy of like the harvest energy. So it's like whatever it is that you want to reap the results of, or other people want to reap the results of, you need to take away the weed. And when the weed is, I'm not talking about like cutting out people out of life. I'm just talking about in a community wise, how does a group apply? Maybe you're the leader of a group in some way, or maybe you are like, you know, working in HR, or like seeing through like what people are in different groups, how they can intermix. So maybe you want to overlook that. Okay, the devil is coming out right away. We're going to keep that here. Just as a reminder, it's a Saturn energy, which is interesting because Saturn is now in Pisces too. So it is a very, it's a card of karma. And in order for us to get rid of karma, we need to do like karma yoga, or, you know, focus on giving back. So that's what I'm seeing you doing as well, because the thing that the devil tolerates the least is selflessness and giving back, and not like thinking about, you know, the ego might get hurt, but if you are very giving and kind anyway, and you still like have integrity, that is what the devil energy can't deal with. The devil energy can't tolerate kindness. Also seeing that you might, you know, start working for yourself and being your own boss, or you're dealing with a Capricorn. But let's get into the actual question. So what is leading my Virgos for this eclipse, or these eclipses, the eclipse season? Beautiful Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. They're telling me to take the devil back in, so we're doing that. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Virgo. Too many cards. What is leaving my beautiful Virgo? What is eclipsing out? The reason why I'm focusing on what is eclipsing out first is because we need to know what to let go of. So we have the Five of Cups, my beautifuls. That indicates that there is some kind of loss or sorrow or grief energy that is leaving you. You might feel like you need to cry, like a good, you know, bawling your eyes out moment. Let it. Please let it. However it comes out, let it. Because it's going to actually liberate you, I'm seeing. We're going to take a deeper look into what this is, what the Five of Cups indicates, but we're going to first see what is eclipsing in, what is coming into your life, what is coming into Virgo's life during these eclipses. We have two cards. Okay, so we have the devil together with the Ten of Cups. Interesting. So you might actually deal with a Capricorn. However, it's like the good karma is coming your way. We're going to clarify the devil, my loves. But it's interesting because it's almost like you get both. You get like the worst and the best. Really, you know, the thing is that there is no comparison. When we are at the Ten of Cups moment, we're like, oh my God, dreams are coming true. Everything is amazing. You know, it is too good to be true. It is overwhelming. And we're in this kind of bliss energy. It's like the high of the high. When we're in the devil energy, we're like, oh, nothing is working out for us. I'm not good enough. This is really difficult. I can't make it. We're questioning ourselves. We're feeling imprisoned. We're feeling, I'm hearing decapitated almost. But like, this is the lowest of lows. And lo and behold, the thing is that, you know, the devil indicates that there is some sort of separation in a mindset. And the separation is not about discernment at all. The separation, because I know that you're good at discernment and like, you, again, like picking the weeds from the rewards that you're reaping and sorting out stuff. I know you're really good at that, but the separation that comes with the devil card is more like comparison energy. It's like, oh, that one is having it better than I have, so therefore that must mean that I am less worthy. Or, you know, like, I am better at this than that person. That must mean that I am, like, inferior to that person. Is that what you say? Or, like, better. I'm better. And the thing is that when we do compare things ourselves to another, or even a situation to situation, we automatically end up in this energy. And when we are in this energy, we are open and receiving like the dream. I also hear that, things can be too good to be true, but sometimes, my lovely Virgos, all that you need is to have faith that it is as good as it needs to be. And that's it. All right, I really feel a deep need to see what the Devil and the Ten of Cups is about. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to try to keep this a little bit shorter. So we're counting on about 20 minutes. So let's see. Beautiful Virgos. All these media tricks, right? So I'm seeing the Judgment with the Death card. I do believe that the Scorpio lunar eclipse is going to be important for you, and I think it has to do with the way that you cooperate and work with people around you, and also communicate, and also like find stability and shelter. All right, so let's clarify first of all, what is the Devil card, because it's coming up a lot. So what is the Devil card, please, for my Virgos? What is the Devil card? The Devil card gets clarified by the Devil card. All right. Let's get one more, please. Okay, we get the Eight of Cups coming up in reverse, which means that some kind of karma is coming back around. Something that you left behind is coming back in again. Which is not like, it doesn't have to be dangerous. It doesn't have to be bad. But I do want you to like keep your eyes open. I'm hearing keep your eyes and your mind open too. And I feel like this is almost like a test. This could be very, very, very rewarding for you. But this can also be like, difficult for you to discern what is what. And I feel like it has to do also with you letting go of the Five of Cups. So let's go ahead and see what the Five of Cups is about, please. Five of Cups coming out as a star in reverse. So it's a feeling of hopelessness, a despair kind of energy that you really need to let go of. Like inability to heal some kind of wound. And I'm also being drawn to like energy of the Chiron, which is the wounded healer, my beautiful Virgos, which talks about, the healer that can heal others but cannot heal himself or herself. So I know that you, Virgo, have a very healing energy, very beautiful energy, and you are able to heal others with your loving energy. But there might have been some kind of blockage in your ability to receive healing, nurturing, hope, and strength. However, I see this really, really clearly leaving you. It is leaving you. The feeling of despair, the feeling of hopelessness, the inability to heal. It is leaving you, but you need to grieve it out. You need to let go of that feeling, because when the feeling sits in our bodies, we need to transmute it. And also, like, that's where the karma energy comes in, because what is coming back around, like the double devil, could be definitely Capricorn that you're dealing with. But I also feel like the Saturn is trying to tell you something. Some kind of something that you detached from before, or maybe that you were unable to detach from, is coming back around. Something is coming back around. Some kind of karma is coming back around. And it's not wrong that the karma is coming back around to test you. It's almost like you're being sent this test because it is a gift in disguise, my beautiful Virgos. Whatever this wish fulfillment is for you. But I do feel like when you have let go, or when you're grieving out something, before it finally leaves you, it needs to surface or resurface in your body. That's how we transmute and alchemize energy, right? And karma. How we burn karma out of our bodies. When we have a belief system or a feeling that is about to go or transform or leave, it surfaces as if it's real. So when we're having a fear or an idea that we are ready to let go of, it is going to come back around in order for it to be shed. Almost like... Okay, let's say it like this. Like, it's going to trigger you until it doesn't trigger you anymore. So this is almost like you've been unable to detach from this person or thing before, or this karmic situation. Let me see what this is about, though. What is this karmic situation about? Actually, I wanted to find out what the Ten of Cups is about first. What is the Ten of Cups about, please? Ten of Cups, what is that about for beautiful Virgos? Ten of Cups. Well, we had something flipping and then it flipped back around. Here we go. The Moon card. Interesting. Maybe it's been hidden to you too, what you really desire. Maybe you haven't spoken the truth to you, you know? Maybe this is a dream that you've only been able to share with yourself in your own dream space. Maybe you've been longing for it. Sorry, I couldn't even speak. That's weird. Maybe you've been longing for it for quite some time in your subconscious, but it hasn't risen to the surface yet. And it will with the moon. Specifically with the lunar eclipse. Can we clarify, please, what this dream is about, what this longing is about? You want to end some kind of nervousness in your energy. You want to end some kind of suffering, like mental confusion, mental disfiguration, I'm hearing. So you're longing to have like mental peace. You're longing to have emotional peace, calm, serenity. And in that, finding joy and innocence again. So that's what you're longing for. So what is this karmic situation about that's resurfacing for my beautiful, beautiful Virgos? I saw the Page of Pentacles. I saw the Lover's card. Please clarify. What is this? Okay. Yeah, it's definitely a person that you have dealt with before and that you either need to leave now, or that is coming back around. Somebody that left you or that you left before is coming back around with a message. And this is a masculine energy. And this is somebody that's coming in with an Aries energy. So it's interesting because I feel like you're getting a gift both during the total solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. But during this process, you also need to grieve your hopelessness. You grieve your despair and get it out of your body. This is a masculine energy, somebody that's very masculine in your life. It doesn't have to be a man. It could be somebody just embodying that kind of energy. And somebody that left you before, somebody that's taken you to safer water and a safer space. Or somebody that you left before. But this karmic situation, it indicates inability to detach from something and you needing to detach from it. And what you ultimately need to detach from is whatever keeps you suffering in the subconscious, whatever keeps you stuck in illusion and confusion, whatever keeps you hidden from you is what I'm hearing. Whatever keeps you hidden from you, that's what you need to detach from and open up and just speak. I'm also being very drawn to the ovaries for some reason, and this the eyes and her belly and the devil's belly. Like, for me, they symbolize ovaries. And the ovaries is interesting because they are, left and right coordinated. So if you're not a woman, maybe you don't know this, but when we ovulate, we don't ovulate from both of the ovaries at the same time. But it's like every other month, it's one or the other, usually. And usually, it's like a more masculine energy or more feminine energy. So during the ovulation, we can get more sensitive and receptive, or you can get more aggressive and assertive, depending on what it is. And I feel like for you, it's about fertility, what you create, what you communicate out into the world. It's like deeply, deeply buried a deeply buried dream within you, Virgo, that you've been keeping for yourself, that you haven't been open even about to yourself, and that you need to open up and tell the truth about to yourself. And in order for you to do that, you need to let go of the hopelessness, because it's never going to come true unless you start to tell yourself that you really want it. And then it's going to be easier for you to also discern what it is that you want in relationships to others, what it is that you deserve and feel comfortable with in relationship to others. It's going to be easier for you to receive and to reciprocate and to give. But you need to detach from whatever this is that's holding you back, my loves. that's what I have for you. I really, really hope this helped. It was 24 minutes, so you needed a longer message, my Virgos. Please, if you do want to book a reading with me, I'm very open for that for now. You can email me on the email below, and you can also donate to my PayPal. There's a link below. As well as, check out your rising, your moon, your Venus, and don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you so much for staying here with me, for receiving my gifts, and I truly appreciate you, Virgo. I appreciate you so much in your presence, and I wish you the best of the eclipse season. Take care.